Leo, welcome to your reading for the week of April 11th. This week, you start off with the Jack of Spades. A lot of you, I think, could be kind of charging forward on something new this week. Starting something new, planning something new out, maybe even a new type of job or something like that. Like I said, Leo has been pretty much one of the only signs that's been extremely stable as far as I'm concerned as to like what they're doing, what their life path are. It seems to me that like a lot of Leos have a very good idea of like kind of where they're going. Not always true, like I said, but for the most part, a lot of you seem to be on a certain path at the very least. And but recently there's been this thing that maybe a lot of you are changing, and I think that this represents that kind of like changing. And I think I brought this up maybe a couple weeks ago where I said something along the lines of, it's like maybe you're in, maybe you're in like car sales, and now you're switching to some other type of sales. Like it's like, you're still on like the same, doing kind of the same thing, but just switching. And it seems like maybe many of you are doing that and charging forward. This could also be a lot of you getting new jobs still in the same field possibly, but charging forward on those things. A lot of you with businesses, a lot of you could be kind of really charging forward in those businesses as well this week. This could even be you kind of like ramping up relationships as well, trying to get relationships going and things with this Jack of Spades. Next you have the Jack of Clubs. With these two jacks, it actually makes it a pretty fun week. Like, you should have a fun week with the jacks. Jacks are all about having fun, but also working at the same time. So having, like, that kind of, like, a decent balance between, your work life and your fun life as well. But the Jack of Clubs is all about looking into the future, and I'm just looking, I mean, it's kind of like a good, I guess, future week. And the Jack of Clubs represents Leo, by the way. Clubs represent a fire sign, so that's nice. Puts you in a position of power coming in as your own sign like this. But this is you like looking into the future and seeing things before they happen. Even maybe you realize like you were heading in a certain direction and you're like, you know what? This isn't going to last forever. I need to find something more stable. This is you kind of like making those decisions in all areas of your life. Work, finance, jobs, spirituality. I think I just said jobs twice. And even relationships. Like maybe you're looking at a relationship and you're like, you know what? This is not what I want at all for my life. And this is you totally changing those things up because it's like you can see the future with this card and you see where it's going and you don't like it. So maybe you change it. Or maybe you do like it and you're like, you know what? This is perfect. It's exactly what I want. It's all about making those decisions. Next, you have the Three of Diamonds. Three of Diamonds is a card of, it can be a card of confrontation in a lot of ways. It can be a card of going through legal issues. So, mostly you would have already been, you're already involved in these legal issues. If you're one of those people that is going to have legal problems, it's already begun. So you're already in it. So you don't have to worry about it if you're not. But this can be you needing to make a decision in a lot of ways. So sometimes, like in a legal type situation, this is you maybe needing to settle, even if you don't want to. You're like, I gotta settle on this case. But at the same time, this is a card of like needing to settle because it'll get the situation out of your life. Three of Diamonds is always having two choices. It's like one tough choice and one seemingly, really, they're really usually both tough choices, but one of them is really a lot easier. It's like, in a legal situation, this is you settling and removing the legal situation from your life, or it's you staying in the legal situation and just dragging out the misery a lot longer. This is you at a job and being like, I've been here for 25 years, but they're talking about taking away pensions or whatever, or and then you're like, well, I'm comfortable at this job, so I really don't want to leave. Or you could get a new job, maybe that pays you a little bit less, but also has better, like, future potential. Again, thinking about the future. So sometimes the Three of Diamonds does, to be honest, represent a difficult choice, and you're following up with the Death card in reverse, which is like needing to let go of something. So a lot of you Leos might need to let go of something that maybe you're a little bit afraid to let go of, but I think the outcome will be a lot more, will be a lot better for you just in general, really. And even next, you have the Three of Spades, which readers call this card the card of tears. So a lot of you, it seemed like, you're building up a lot of stress and things like that about letting something go. Maybe a lot of you need to let something go, but you can't. And I'm actually getting that it's actually a very positive thing. Like, you letting go of whatever it is that you need to go. It's going to be different for all of you. Some of you, it's going to be like a career needing to move on to something different. Some of you, it's going to be a person. Some of you, it might be a situation. Some of you, it might be like some sort of emotional thing that you have or feelings that you have. But I really think, and I just want to look at this top card here, and I really think that if you let go of it, you will feel a lot better, and it will be much better for you. That top card was calling out for me. This is a card of compassion and feeling better. It's a Queen of Hearts. So I really think if you make these decisions and you let go of whatever it is that's hard to let go of, you're actually going to have a really much more positive week. And I would say maybe the struggle for Leo, if I think about Leo and I think, what's their struggle? I think it's always that sometimes Leos, they're very present in a lot of ways, which you are present this week because you're showing up here, and they don't like to feel that like pain right now. Like, you don't like to be in pain. You don't like to feel those painful moments and things like that. So it's like when you're in pain, you just want to solve it as quickly as possible. I don't know if I'm actually describing this properly or not. So it's like, just the thought of having to let go of something and go through pain. You're like, I just don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to do it. But it's preventing you from seeing the end. I'm getting like seeing what's on the other side of something, which is much more beautiful and much better for you. So don't be afraid to let go of things this week. But even having said that, after all that pain talk there, like I said, 2 jacks. A lot of fun this week. Ability to have a lot of fun. Queen of Hearts, a lot of compassion, a lot of people who care for you this week. So looks like a great week. Even though you might have to let go of something, like I said, that looks somewhat painful or something, or maybe it's just your feelings around it. Like I said, it doesn't feel that bad, to be honest. It really doesn't. So enjoy the week, and thank you for watching.